Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Missions Moment. Today I'm joined by Madison Terry, Minister of College and Singles here at GFBC. And so today we are going to be learning about a church plant in Baltimore, Maryland. Now Madison, I hear the word church plant a lot. Now is a church plant kind of like you put a little church in here and you grow it kind of like this plant or something?
Well, although this may be a plant at the church, this is not a church plant. And that's a great question, Noe. So a church plant is basically when some Christians go to a particular area, typically where there needs to be a church, but there's not one. And they start a church. And so that is what has taken place in Baltimore. And so a group of Christians realized that there needs to be more churches in Baltimore. There are some people that need to hear about Jesus. And so they went there and they began to talk with people. And really it started in their home, and they began to start a Bible study. And as that Bible study grew, similar to a way a plant grows, it then became a church. And so when we talk about church plant, really what we're talking about is a group of Christians who see an area that has a need for a church, and they go and they plant a church. They start a church there.
Got it. Wow. Thank you. That was a great explanation, Madison. Thank you so much for sharing that. So you know what's awesome is that our church is partnered with a church planter in Baltimore, which is in the state of Maryland, which is close to Washington, D.C. So let's learn more about this church planter.
Hello GFBC kids, my name is Jeff Belcher. This is my son Amos. Wave, say hey.
Hi.
I'm a church planter in Baltimore, Maryland, and our family, we moved here about 6 years ago to plant a church in a city where there's not nearly enough gospel influence. I actually grew up in Garndale, graduated from there a long time ago, and my wife grew up in Garndale's First Baptist Church. So you guys have been a big part in a lot of ways in our work here in Baltimore. We moved to the city. I actually am walking by our row home that we moved into several years ago, and we've got 6 kids, and we lived in an 800 square foot, 2-bedroom row home so that we could plant the church here. So over the past few years, we've done a lot of things to serve our community. We feed a lot of hungry people. We do free meals at our church every week. We do a lot of service to the community. But the most important thing that we do is we preach the gospel. The gospel is the message of hope that's found only in Jesus Christ. And there are a lot of people in the city who are hopeless in a lot of ways and who face a lot of struggles. Our community is characterized by broken families, crime, violence, addiction, just a whole lot of issues. And people need to know of the hope of Jesus. And that's the reason that we moved here. And we're so thankful that GFBC has played a part in helping us to make it happen. Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us this morning. Take care.
Madison, you worked with him closely over the last few years. What are some things that you and the teams have done to help connect people with the church, but more importantly, connect them to Jesus?
Absolutely. So one of the things that over the years that Jeff and Church of the Harbor love to do is they love to do community events. And so when we go there, some of the main things that we have done is we will go and we will blitz the community, knocking on doors and inviting people to what we might call a block party. Hey, come to this particular location where we're going to be grilling food, we'll have snow cones, we'll do face painting, and there will be games for kids and giveaways, and the community will come out there. And it's at that point where they will meet Jeff and other members from the church, and they'll see, wow, this church really loves people. And from that, we have an opportunity to talk to people about Jesus. Hey, we love you because Jesus loves you. And from these big moments, these cookouts and these block parties, we see that people are able to connect with the church. They're invited to join them for a service or for a Bible study, and they've seen that many people have come to know Christ in that way. And so for us, when we take teams, that's what we do. We help with those events. Now, something else that we've done is we've actually helped improve their facilities. And so they have some buildings that need some work. And so over the years, those buildings, we've been able to help, whether it's lay down carpet or do painting, so that people can enter into these facilities and have Bible studies and worship services. So yeah, that's just a little bit what we've done.
Well, thank you so much, Madison, for sharing all that. And thank you also, Jeff, for telling us about yourself and everything. I love how mission work is not just limited to, going to another country.
Absolutely.
We don't have to go to another country to live on mission. We can live on mission right here, right where we are.
That's right.
We're all called to go on mission and to share the gospel with every person, every tribe, and every nation.
That's right.
Thank you again, Madison.
Thank you, Noe. Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you tomorrow for another missions moment.